What's up, people? I'm back with a new video. It has been a long time. I haven't seen you guys. Not sure if you watched the video that was released yesterday with Chaitanya Bajpai. I think it is a video that we shot in February. Other than that, you can see I'm wearing a hoodie because apparently Mr. Bill Gates decided to do something with geopolitical engineering, geoengineering as they call it. Not sure if that's the cause. I actually think it's because of the equatorial, there is a wind breeze kind of an banana shaped thing object occurring on the side of the wind that's blowing from the west to India. It could be because of that, but I'm not too sure. So Bitcoin is like up 5%, in the last couple of days. Things have happened, or things have not happened. The job market is like kind of cooked. You won't really get jobs anymore. So it's pretty good time to remain unemployed. If you're not employed, it's actually a good time to spend time with your family, enjoy talking to people, enjoy vacations, whatever you want to do. I was writing a trading board on Hyperliquid, also on Lighter. I wrote two versions of that in TypeScript. Then I moved it to Rust. Then I was writing kind of an engine to trade perps on Lighter and Hyperliquid. That was something that I was doing in December and January, after which I started traveling a lot. And I kind of realized something, which is that if you do plan to trade perps on these dexes, perp dexes, it kind of sounded really cool to me at the beginning, but then when I started writing it, it seemed like a fairly simple agent service. So it was, I think it was right. So it was a agent service that I was writing using some. I mean, you can always use LangChain or something. Very abstractions built on top of systems. So this was like a two-layer upward abstraction of something that's built on top of libraries. But then I stopped doing that. But I made fairly good APY. I was trading like around $300 if I remember, and I was trading it on Hyperliquid. And I ended up making like $500-600. That's like a 40% upwards APY, which is pretty cool for somebody who's doing it manually from a home like lab setup. Without using any engine of any kind. It was only agentic looping and a little bit of system prompts and tweaking here and there. Pretty simple overall, but I kind of enjoyed making it and kind of making money off it. That was a good part of my experimentation. Other than that, I've also been experimenting with eggs, so real eggs. I've been eating egg yolks full of vitamin AD, whatever that is. They're like a little bigger eggs in size, to just run tests on my own body, which I've also been doing for the last 1.5 months, and the results have been great. As you can see, I got better quality skin, which is quite visible. Other than that, I've been trying to put myself in more discipline, if that makes sense. Right, so go watch Chaitanya's video with me, which is like a podcast. I hope you enjoy it. It is, as people said on Twitter, a chill yet deep conversation. Hope you like it. Let me know. So in the last week as well, I was looking at multiple deep tech, not last week, but like the last month itself. I saw multiple deep tech startups from coming out of almost anywhere, raising upwards of 3, 10, $15 million every week. And most of these people are kind of experts, but some people are also newbies. It's like they have 1 or 2 years of production engineering experience, and they've kind of pushed not really fancy code. It's not like all of them are systems level developers, but they're good crack people, smart people, and they've been raising anywhere between $3 to $10 million for their first pre-seed seed ride. And that was nuts because the world is moving really fast. After the last viral trend of CloudBot, I think people are also deploying services on CloudBot and helping other agencies run and charging like $2 to $10,000 for just setting up CloudBot on Mac Minis. I did it as well. I bought a Mac Mini, and I kind of sold it back because it wasn't really of use to me. But that was fun. CloudBot as a project doesn't really sound very cool to me. You can do a bunch of things, but I would prefer writing my own agent services from scratch. Not using abstractions and all that shit. It's great. It's fun using TypeScript libraries, Python libraries to do kind of newbie like shit. It also sounds very cool, but I think it's time for me to move to better systems level stuff, because I can always return to this later, and I must experiment with my life. So I was writing all of these things, um, and then I observed more things, which is why I wanted to return back to make videos. I had my exams. Everybody hates exams. Um, Indian exams, they test you basically on nothing but memorization, not really good logic. And if they do test you on logic, those number of exams are like pretty rare. So I just prefer not study for exams and just go without study. Which is also a good thing because it helps you to give yourself a chance to compete with rote learners and memorizers and yourself when you apply logic on raw papers, and then be able to understand how you're going to score in that exam, on that test, which is something like really cool. And this is also a part of the experiments that I was running, and fortunately I've been getting good marks, kind of not rote learning, memorizing as I used to do earlier because the topics were such. But now I just look at the book. I don't prefer watching any videos. I think watching videos or tutorials is a complete waste of time for anybody who can learn from text content. I have been a fan of books, documentation, because it kind of gives you the ability to absorb more text, high volume text in less amount of time, also more knowledge, versus watching shitty videos of I don't know what crappy Indian YouTubers or even American YouTubers. For that, they're actually little bit better, but then there's no more left in watching videos when you can actually learn from good quality content written in books slash documentation slash research papers. I've not been consuming a lot of research papers, but the ones that I came across were a little bit on PubDex's agents built around them, that was consuming like a 1 month back ago. And then I was looking at somebody who was building a research bot and kind of gained a lot of traction on Twitter for that. I think there is also another agent service that somebody's like making, and that guy is able to make like $2,000 per customer and is making like $15,000 a month consistently from that one bot. That's a Telegram bot. Sounded really cool to me. I don't really know how the infra is built. I think it's I'll have to study a little bit of systems for that. And the infra that's built on top of that to deploy agents is pretty cool to me as well. All these things are hype like things, very fascinating. But I think you should not forget what the core of all of it is. Good level of computer science, probably a little bit of close to the systems level programming, more understanding of nuanced topics, obviously not at the bare metal, not like writing binary and stuff, not without that 1-0 shit, but a little bit better, like just one level up abstraction of that thing. So I plan to go down from 2 levels up abstractions to a little lower to that, to just test myself and understand what these things actually are, because I have the time. So other than that, you should go and watch the video. Like I said, I hope you find it good. If you have some level of depth and you understand nuances, you have your own tastes, your opinions, I think you'll enjoy it. There's only one more experiment that I'm trying to run to test what I called my ability of making content, and that video is like a month back. So hope you enjoy it. Bye bye.